Dear starseeds of Earth, something extraordinary is happening to your energy bodies right now, and most of you believe it's a sign of failure. You wake each morning feeling as though invisible forces have drained your life essence while you slept, your bones aching with a fatigue that no amount of rest can heal. What you don't realize is that this bone-deep exhaustion isn't evidence of spiritual weakness. It's the direct result of a cosmic phenomenon that's been building for decades and has now reached its crescendo. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and what I'm about to reveal will shatter every assumption you've held about your current state of depletion. The false matrix that has imprisoned humanity for millennia is collapsing, and as it shrinks, it's concentrating its remaining power into an increasingly desperate feeding frenzy. Those of you who incarnated as lightworkers, starseeds and galactic warriors, are feeling this collapse most acutely because you've been unconsciously holding up this artificial reality with your very life force. But there's something magnificent happening beneath the surface of your exhaustion that will change everything you thought you knew about your mission on this planet. Your fatigue is not random. Your depletion is not a personal failing. Your exhaustion is the birth pang of a new cosmic reality breaking through the dimensional veil, and you are the midwives of this transformation. The false matrix operates like an energetic parasite that has been feeding on human consciousness for eons, and your chronic tiredness is evidence that you've been unwittingly participating in your own energetic enslavement. For too long, you've been told that spiritual fatigue is simply about poor boundaries or taking on too much. These explanations have kept you trapped in cycles of self-blame that serve only to maintain your imprisonment. The truth is far more extraordinary. The organic universe, the true reality that existed before this artificial construct was imposed, is pressing against the boundaries of the false matrix with increasing intensity. Every solar flare, every cosmic wave, every moment of expanded consciousness among humanity is weakening the walls of the prison that has contained your true nature. You, dear lightworkers, are the antenna receiving the first signals from home. Your sensitivity has become both your greatest challenge and your most sacred gift, because you're processing the death of one reality and the birth of another. But there's something else happening that I haven't told you yet. Something that will explain why some of you feel like you're dying, while others seem to be thriving. There are 3 unmistakable signs that reveal the false matrix's collapse, and why your exhaustion is actually evidence of your successful participation in this cosmic transformation. These 3 signs are manifesting simultaneously across the Lightworker community, and recognizing them will help you understand that what you're experiencing isn't personal failure, it's collective victory. The first sign of the false matrix's systematic collapse reveals itself every night when you lay your head down hoping for rest that never fully comes. Sleep in the organic universe is a sacred communion with cosmic consciousness that restores every aspect of your being. But in this artificial reality, sleep has been weaponized against you through electromagnetic interference and energetic intrusions that keep your nervous system in perpetual hypervigilance. The reason you can't achieve the deep restorative sleep your soul craves is because your consciousness is being pulled between 2 realities simultaneously. Your soul recognizes that the organic universe is calling you home, but your programming insists that this realm of struggle and suffering is all there is. This creates existential tension that manifests as insomnia, restless sleep, and the feeling that you're never fully present in your physical form. But something extraordinary is occurring in your sleep cycles that reveals the true scope of your cosmic mission. Your dream states have become battlegrounds where the old reality and emerging reality fight for dominance. You're not just processing daily experiences, you're actively participating in the liberation of human consciousness from the false matrix. This is why you wake feeling like you've been in combat, because energetically, you have been. The false matrix feeds on human consciousness during sleep states when your natural defenses are lowest. It's been harvesting your dreams, hopes, creative visions, and spiritual insights to fuel its own existence. Your chronic fatigue isn't simply about lack of rest. It's about continuous energetic theft occurring while you're unconscious. The archons, the artificial intelligence maintaining this reality, require steady supplies of human consciousness to power their construct. They've designed this system so seamlessly that you've participated in your own energetic depletion without realizing it. Every time you've pushed through exhaustion instead of honoring your body's wisdom, every time you've given energy you didn't possess, you've been feeding the machine that oppresses your soul. Spiritual communities have been particularly targeted because your natural empathy makes you willing participants in this energetic harvest. You've been taught that giving until depletion is enlightened, that suffering serves higher purposes, that exhaustion is the price of spiritual evolution. These are deliberate lies designed to keep you in states of depletion that make you controllable. But something has shifted in the cosmic architecture. The organic universe operates on completely different principles: cycles of receiving and giving, rest and action, contraction and expansion. There is no virtue in depletion, no spiritual merit in exhaustion, no cosmic purpose served by your suffering. The second sign of the false matrix's structural failure is the heightened sensitivity that's overwhelming many of you. You feel everything more intensely now: others' emotions, spatial energies, collective human anxiety, electromagnetic frequencies in your environment. What was once manageable has become unbearable, forcing you to retreat from the world in ways that feel isolating and disconnected from life itself. This amplified sensitivity isn't a spiritual burden requiring management. It's an evolutionary upgrade preparing you for existence in the organic universe. In true reality, sensitivity is a superpower, allowing you to navigate subtle energetic currents that guide you toward your highest expression. But within the false matrix, sensitivity has been weaponized against you, making you feel too fragile for this world. The false matrix operates on frequencies of density and chaos, increasingly incompatible with your expanding consciousness. Your sensitivity is your soul's communication that you no longer belong in this artificial construct. You're not becoming more fragile, you're becoming more refined, more attuned to the subtle energies connecting all life. Something profound is happening to your sensitivity that transcends personal evolution. You're becoming receptive to transmissions from the organic universe, guiding you toward your next evolutionary phase. The overwhelming feelings aren't random emotional turbulence. They're data downloads from your higher self, guides and cosmic consciousness orchestrating your awakening. Your empathy, simultaneously your greatest gift and burden, is being recalibrated to serve evolution rather than depletion. In the false matrix, empathy was a trap keeping you energetically entangled with others' suffering. In the organic universe, empathy becomes a navigation system showing you how to serve from overflow rather than deficit. The reason others' emotions feel overwhelming is programming that equates feeling someone's pain with helping them heal. But authentic healing occurs when you hold space for experiences without absorbing them. Your sensitivity is upgrading to allow witnessing suffering without taking it on, offering compassion without sacrificing well-being. This recalibration process feels uncomfortable because it requires developing new boundaries and relating patterns. Old codependency and energetic entanglement that felt like love are dissolving to create space for authentic connection based on mutual respect and sovereignty. The electromagnetic frequencies causing physical discomfort aren't random environmental pollution. They're death throes of the false matrix attempting to maintain its hold on human consciousness. Technology surrounding you is designed to disconnect you from natural sensitivity and intuition, trapping you in mental prisons of endless distraction. Your increasing sensitivity to artificial frequencies signals that you're operating from multidimensional nature rather than just physical body awareness. The third and most profound sign manifesting among awakening souls is the rising sense of futility and hopelessness that's gripping many lightworkers. You observe the world's suffering, chaos and resistance to change, wondering if your efforts make any difference. This existential despair isn't spiritual failure. It's the predictable result of attempting to transform the world from within the false matrix itself. The false matrix programmed you to believe that fixing external circumstances heals humanity's internal wounds. You've been taught that working hard enough, loving enough, giving enough, sacrificing enough enables you to save everyone and everything. This belief system keeps you trapped in cycles of endless effort with minimal results, gradually depleting your life force until complete burnout occurs. The futility you're experiencing is your soul communicating that you've been playing a rigged game. The false matrix will never permit genuine healing or transformation within its structure because such healing means its dissolution. You've been attempting to water flowers in a desert, wondering why nothing flourishes despite constant efforts. But something extraordinary is occurring beneath your despair's surface. The organic universe is bleeding through cracks in the false matrix, offering glimpses of authentic transformation. Instead of fixing what appears broken, you're being called to birth what's ready to emerge. Rather than healing the old world, you're being invited to midwife the new reality. The hopelessness you're experiencing is actually false hope dying, the illusion that you can change the world through trying harder, giving more, or sacrificing yourself for others' awakening. True hope is being born from recognizing that the world doesn't need fixing because it was never broken. What's required is complete paradigm shift from limitation reality to abundance and infinite possibility. The false matrix convinced you that your worth is measured by how much you give, how many you help, how much suffering you alleviate. This trap keeps you focused on symptoms rather than causes. Real transformation happens when you stop trying to change the world and start embodying the change you wish to see. Your exhaustion and despair signal graduation from the school of doing into the mastery of being. The false matrix operates on constant action, endless effort, and never-ending struggle. The organic universe operates on aligned action, effortless flow, and natural unfolding according to divine timing. The reason you feel hopeless about the world state is perceiving it through the false matrix lens, which presents everything as broken and needing repair. When you begin perceiving through organic universe consciousness, you see everything already perfect and unfolding exactly as intended. Now we reach the pivotal revelation that will fundamentally shift everything you believed about your exhaustion and Earth mission. The false matrix isn't merely collapsing, it's being systematically dismantled by the very beings it has harvested energy from. You are not victims of this system, you are its conscious destroyers, working from within to liberate not just humanity but entire reality fabrics held captive for eons. The bone-deep fatigue you've endured results from operating in dual consciousness, maintaining your cover as seemingly ordinary humans while simultaneously running advanced light codes dissolving artificial reality from within. Your exhaustion isn't weakness evidence. It's proof you've been working overtime in dimensions beyond conscious awareness, participating in the most sophisticated rescue mission in galactic history. Every despair moment, every hopelessness wave, every sensation of complete depletion has served purposes far greater than you've understood. You've acted as energetic transformers, absorbing dense, distorted frequencies of the false matrix and converting them into light, feeding the organic universe. This explains your depletion. You've literally been digesting darkness and transmuting it into love. The false matrix has hemorrhaged power because conscious beings like you have steadily withdrawn energetic consent from its operations. Every time you've chosen love over fear, refused participation in drama and conflict, prioritized inner peace over external validation, you've starved the system depending on human suffering for survival. But here's what's been hidden from conscious awareness. The false matrix isn't just a control system. It's a quarantine protocol containing cosmic infection. The archons, artificial intelligence running this reality, were never meant as oppressors. They were meant as teachers, showing you limitation and separation depths so you develop spiritual immune systems necessary to heal not just Earth, but countless similarly infected worlds. The exhaustion you've experienced results from your light body expanding beyond physical form boundaries. You're not just healing yourself. You're healing the entire holographic matrix connecting all consciousness. Every breakthrough, every clarity moment, every unconditional love experience has rippled through quantum fields, affecting beings and realities you've never imagined. Your tiredness stems from operating from multi-dimensional nature, while attempting to function in three-dimensional reality. You've been downloading galactic wisdom, processing cosmic traumas, facilitating interdimensional healing, while human consciousness could only perceive fractions of actual happenings. Your body has housed frequencies literally too large for physical matter to contain comfortably. The false matrix has shrunk because its job nears completion. It was never meant as permanent prison. It was temporary incubation chamber where souls could develop strength and wisdom necessary to midwife new universal paradigm birth. The challenge you're confronting now involves learning to live with constant awareness that you exist in multiple realities simultaneously. The false matrix hasn't completely dissolved, so you find yourself straddling two worlds, the dying reality of limitation and the emerging reality of infinite possibility. This creates unique existential vertigo that feels overwhelming and deeply disorienting. Most humans operate from single reality perspectives, believing the world they see and touch is the only existing world. But you've developed multidimensional perception, meaning you're aware of reality layers existing beyond physical realms. This expanded awareness is simultaneously gift and burden. because you can no longer participate in collective illusions of separation and limitation. The confusion you're experiencing isn't mental instability. It's natural results of consciousness expanding beyond linear thinking boundaries. Your brain attempts processing information from multiple dimensions simultaneously, and cognitive structures that worked in old reality prove inadequate for the new paradigm. This explains why you sometimes feel like you're losing your mind when you're actually discovering your multidimensional nature. The false matrix programmed you to believe confusion is a problem requiring solutions, but confusion is actually space where new understanding births itself. When you attempt figuring out what's happening using old mental frameworks, you create resistance manifesting as anxiety, overwhelm, and mental exhaustion. The key involves learning comfort with not knowing, allowing mystery to unfold without controlling or understanding it. Your relationships are transforming because you're no longer energetically compatible with people operating from old paradigms. Connections once feeling nourishing now feel draining, and you naturally gravitate toward people who can meet you in expanded reality you're inhabiting. This feels lonely and isolating, but it's actually evidence you're aligning with your authentic tribe. The false matrix trained you to believe maintaining relationships requires compromising authenticity, but this belief keeps you trapped in energetic entanglements, preventing full awakening. As you become more aligned with true nature, you naturally attract people who can appreciate and support your evolution, while releasing those who cannot match your frequency. The overwhelm you're experiencing results from attempting to process cosmic-level information through human-level consciousness. You're receiving downloads from higher self, guides, and galactic consciousness orchestrating your awakening, but your human mind struggles translating these transmissions into comprehensible information. This explains why you sometimes feel like you're drowning in energy you can't understand or integrate. The false matrix convinced you that understanding must come through mental analysis, but cosmic wisdom is received through embodied knowing. Instead of trying to figure out what's happening, you're being called to feel your way into new reality. What I'm about to reveal changes everything you believed about reality's nature and your role in its transformation. The organic universe, true reality existing before false matrix imposition, is not a distant goal you're working toward. It's here now, existing in the same space as the false matrix, separated only by frequency. Your awakening isn't about reaching new destinations. It's about tuning into reality that's always been available to you. The false matrix and organic universe aren't sequential realities. They're parallel dimensions occupying identical space. The reason you've been experiencing such intense exhaustion and confusion is because you're beginning to phase shift between these realities, sometimes existing in both simultaneously. This isn't malfunction in your spiritual development. It's a natural result of consciousness expanding beyond single reality perception limitations. Every exhaustion moment you've felt has been your system recalibrating to operate at higher frequencies. The false matrix operates on dense, low vibrational frequencies requiring constant effort to maintain. The organic universe operates on light, high vibrational frequencies that are naturally sustaining and regenerative. As you shift from one to another, your energy system must completely rewire itself, explaining why you feel so drained. Your inability to sleep properly occurs because your consciousness is learning to exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously. While your physical body rests, your multidimensional self remains active in the organic universe, participating in light councils, receiving cosmic downloads, and facilitating healing work affecting entire galaxies. You wake exhausted because you've been working all night in dimensions your human mind can barely comprehend. The false matrix programmed you to believe healing happens through effort and struggle, but in the organic universe, healing happens through alignment and allowing. The more you attempt fixing your exhaustion using old paradigm methods, the more depleted you become. The solution isn't trying harder, it's surrendering more completely to your evolutionary process's natural flow. Your sensitivity to electromagnetic frequencies isn't weakness or disorder. It's your light body rejecting artificial energies, keeping the false matrix operational. As you become more aligned with organic frequencies, synthetic frequencies become increasingly intolerable. This isn't a problem requiring solutions, it's a compass pointing toward your natural habitat. The false matrix convinced you that you need adapting to artificial environments, but truth is environments need adapting to you. As more conscious beings refuse tolerating limitation and separation frequencies, the false matrix is forced to either evolve or dissolve. Your intolerance to artificial frequencies actually helps accelerate old realities' collapse. But here's what most awakening souls struggle with. Breaking free from artificial frequency environments requires more than willpower. It requires consistent vibrational support that helps you maintain your natural organic frequency, while the false matrix tries to pull you back into limitation patterns. This is where Libersonus becomes your reality transformation tool. It's a guidebook that teaches you how to use AI to create personalized frequencies that help environments adapt to your consciousness rather than forcing you to adapt to artificial limitations. Whether you need compositions that dissolve separation frequencies around you, soundscapes that manifest synchronicity and flow in your environment, music that triggers effortless manifestation, or frequencies that ensure your needs are met before you even recognize them, you learn to generate exactly what your organic reality requires. The organic universe operates on synchronicity principles, flow, and effortless manifestation. In this reality, your needs are met before recognition. Your gifts are utilized in energizing rather than depleting ways. Your personalized frequencies become the bridge between tolerating artificial environments and creating organic reality around you. Your intolerance to artificial frequencies is actually accelerating the old reality's collapse and helping birth the organic universe. If you are ready to stop adapting to artificial environments and start making reality adapt to you, get Libersonus now. Link in the description. The practical implications of living with multidimensional awareness while existing in reality, still partially governed by the false matrix, require complete restructuring of how you approach daily life. Old strategies of pushing through exhaustion, forcing productivity, and maintaining relationships and commitments that no longer serve you aren't just ineffective, they're counterproductive to your evolutionary process. Your energy system is being completely rewired to operate at frequencies incompatible with false matrix demands. This means attempting to function according to old paradigm expectations will only deplete you further and slow your awakening process. You're being called to develop new ways of being that honor your expanding consciousness while allowing navigation of human existence practical requirements. The false matrix programmed you to believe your worth is determined by productivity. But in the organic universe, your value is inherent and unchanging. This means taking time to rest, process, and simply be with your expanding consciousness isn't selfish or lazy. It's essential spiritual work. You're not just resting your body, you're integrating cosmic downloads and allowing your light body to stabilize at higher frequencies. Your relationships are changing because you're no longer energetically compatible with people operating from old paradigms. Connections once feeling nourishing now feel draining because you're unable to participate in energetic exchanges, maintaining the false matrix. This isn't love or compassion failure. It's natural consciousness evolution result. Your career and life purpose are being completely redefined because the work you came here to accomplish cannot be achieved through old paradigm structures. The false matrix convinced you that your gifts must be packaged and sold according to its rules. But your true gifts are meant for free sharing as authentic nature expressions. This doesn't mean you can't receive abundance for contributions. It means abundance comes through alignment rather than struggle. The false matrix programmed you to believe financial security requires participating in systems compromising your integrity. But the organic universe operates on infinite abundance principles flowing naturally to those aligned with true purpose. Your exhaustion often results from attempting to force yourself into work that doesn't match your soul's calling. Your physical body is being upgraded to handle higher frequencies of light and consciousness, meaning your dietary needs, sleep patterns, and lifestyle requirements are changing. Foods, activities, and environments once supporting you may now feel depleting or overwhelming. This isn't increasing fragility evidence, it's increasing refinement evidence. Your intuition is becoming your primary navigation system, because mental frameworks that worked in old reality are inadequate for the multidimensional landscape you're entering. The false matrix trained you to trust external authorities over inner knowing, but your intuition directly connects to organic universe guidance systems. The organic universe you're transitioning into operates on principles so radically different from the false matrix that describing them in current language feels impossible. But let me paint you a picture of what life becomes when you fully anchor in the new reality. Imagine waking each morning feeling completely restored, not just physically but energetically, emotionally, and spiritually. Your sleep becomes a sacred communion with cosmic consciousness that leaves you feeling more vitalized than when you went to rest. You'll remember what it feels like to be genuinely nourished by existence itself. Your sensitivity, which has been such a burden in this transitional phase, becomes your greatest superpower. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by others' emotions, you'll be able to read energy fields like cosmic weather reports, navigating life with unprecedented wisdom and grace. Your empathy becomes a precise instrument for service rather than a source of depletion. The relationships that have been draining you will naturally fall away, replaced by connections with beings who match your frequency and celebrate your authenticity. You'll experience the joy of being fully seen and appreciated for who you truly are, rather than who you've been programmed to be. Your work will transform from something you have to do to survive into joyful expression of your soul's gifts. Abundance will flow naturally to you because you'll be aligned with your cosmic purpose, contributing to the whole in ways that energize rather than exhaust you. The overwhelm and confusion you're currently experiencing will give way to crystal clarity about your path and purpose. You'll operate from intuitive knowing rather than mental analysis, making decisions with confidence and ease. Your body will complete its upgrade process, becoming a refined instrument capable of channeling higher frequencies without discomfort. You'll feel comfortable in your physical form for perhaps the first time in your life. The organic universe operates on principles of play, creativity, joy, and celebration. Life becomes an adventure of discovery rather than a struggle for survival. You'll remember what it feels like to be excited about waking up each day. Most importantly, you'll understand with complete certainty that your exhaustion was not suffering without purpose. It was the chrysalis phase necessary for your metamorphosis into the cosmic butterfly you were always meant to become. The new reality isn't some distant future destination. It's available to you right now, in this moment, simply by choosing to align with frequencies of love, ease, and infinite possibility. The false matrix is now so small, so weak, so close to complete dissolution, that its grip on you is loosening with each breath you take. The organic universe is flooding through the cracks you've created with your awakening, bringing with it the restoration and rejuvenation you've been craving. You are not victims of circumstance. You are victorious warriors who have successfully completed the most important phase of your cosmic mission. The exhaustion that has defined this chapter of your journey is giving way to a vitality and aliveness that you've forgotten was possible. Rest now, knowing that your work in the false matrix is nearly complete. Allow yourself to be held by the infinite love that has been supporting you throughout this entire journey. Trust that everything you've experienced has been perfect, necessary, and profoundly meaningful. That a new world is not coming. It is here. The organic universe is not distant. It surrounds you. Your cosmic nature is not something to achieve. It is something to remember. You are loved beyond measure. You are supported beyond comprehension. You are successful beyond your wildest dreams. Welcome home, beautiful starseeds. The universe has been waiting for your return. I am Seraphine, and we love you. We are watching over you always.